Well, hello there, good people. Hi, it's Jason from Green Country Agroforestry here. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about my favorite food forest tree, and actually the tree that really got me into agroforestry in the first place. Allow me to introduce you to Carya illinoinensis, the pecan tree. Alright, so Carya illinoinensis, North America's pecan tree, is the state tree of Texas. We grow an awful lot of them here in Oklahoma too. Where should I begin? Technical stuff first? Alright, here we go. This tree is a deciduous canopy tree. It's monoecious, which means it produces both male and female flowers on the same tree, which means it is at least partially self-fertile. But if you want to have more nuts, have at least a couple of pecan trees, hopefully with somewhat different genetics, so that they can cross-pollinate each other. That seems to work out best. The trees that we produce here at Green Country Agroforestry are actually seedling trees. They're not grafted. So they all come from the same Wichita parent stock, but each seedling has different genetics, which is actually what you want if you're going to have a healthy forest system. Pecan trees will grow at a slow rate to a height of anywhere from 90 to 120 feet, sometimes a little bit larger if circumstances allow, and a spread of about 60 feet, sometimes as much as 75 feet, once again, if circumstances allow. But the average is going to be anywhere from 90 foot tall to about 60 foot wide on the average. So plan accordingly.
What he said.
Oh yeah? You want me to put some sunflowers in your feeder for you? Pecan trees grow from zones 5 through 9 here in the continental United States, and they've been grown in other places in the world too. Interesting thing about these nuts is the natural distribution, which runs all the way, as I said before, from Illinois down to Louisiana, across to Texas, up through Oklahoma. It skirts around the Ozark Mountains, but it also goes upstream in some locations as well, indicating that it wasn't just seasonal flooding or squirrels carrying these pecans around. It was men. Looking at maps of the natural distribution of pecan trees, you find something really interesting. They correspond very closely with the distribution of mound building sites of indigenous people. So it would appear that the indigenous people that built those mounds were also involved in the process of propagating pecan trees. And of course, pecans are a wonderful food. One tree alone will produce 50 pounds of nuts per year once it reaches 15 years of age, and will increase that yield by about 3 pounds per year from there on out until the tree comes down, which can be hundreds of years in some cases. My love affair with pecan trees began back on my grandfather's farm when I was about 7 years old, and I went out to pick the nuts for the first time. The thing that occurred to me was, just a few of these trees would be sufficient to feed a person for an entire lifetime. And actually, it does work out to be about 4 trees after 15 years will produce enough food to feed one person. And they only get more productive from there on out. That only takes about 9 to 10,000 square feet to set up. So as you can tell, this is a very valuable tree indeed. Well, I guess you can tell for this tub here that doesn't have perforations close to the top to let excess water out. But pecan trees can manage to survive quite well with wet feet. They're really adapted to bottomlands, river bottoms, things of that nature. And of course, we grow these right here in northeast Oklahoma, every one different, and they will be ready to ship out starting around November of 2023. Incidentally, around November through December is the time that you can expect to see these nuts falling from the tree, because right about the time the leaves turn brown, the husk will start to open up and the nuts will fall right on out where you can pick them up very easily, already preserved. You don't have to do anything else to them other than put them someplace where the rodents can't get to them. That's all you need to do. There's no canning, there's no freezing, no dehydration, nothing. And whenever you're ready to eat them, they're very easy to crack open and enjoy. Well, good people, I hope you found this video informative or entertaining, and if you did, you know what to do. I'll catch you next time. Until then, get out there. Get great.